Hello, I wanted to take you through a demo of Project Browser in its alpha stage right now. Project Browser is a strategic initiative announced by Dries a little ways back and really put at the forefront at DrupalCon North America in 2022. And I wanted to show you that Project Browser is here. We have an alpha release. And we're ready for people to start taking a look at it and letting us know what you think and giving us feedback and filing some issues. But we think it's nearly feature complete. And I'll say that the best way to spin it up right now is to use this first button, spin up a demo on Gitpod. This will start a DrupalPod instance with Project Browser sort of pre-installed and ready to go. If you don't have a Gitpod account, you'll be prompted to create a Gitpod account, or you may need to sign into your existing Gitpod account. I use GitLab to do it, but you can use GitLab or GitHub or I think Bitbucket in order to do that. And once this finishes running, sometimes, especially if you navigate away and come back while it's spinning this up, you may have to click inside this terminal in order to get this simple browser tab to pop up. One thing that's really great about DrupalPod is if you want to look through the code, it's all right here. You're in a VS Code inside of your browser. So you can poke around, look at the code, see how things are done if you want. You know, it's a full-fledged environment. What I like to do now is just, I don't like this, it's too small, I don't want to work with it. So I'm going to hit this pop-out open in browser link right here, and I'm going to get a whole new tab here to be able to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. The username and password are admin. And once I log in, this already installs admin toolbar for you, so you get these nice drop downs. And here is where Project Browser really fits in our ecosystem. Is you go to Extend and you go to Browse Modules, and you'll look at the Project Browser. The first thing you'll see here is this status message. One thing that's important to understand is that for Project Browser to really be useful, effective, we need the data. And we get that data from Drupal.org. But right now, the API is not implemented on the Drupal.org side. So what we're doing is we're downloading data periodically and loading it into this local Drupal sites database. And we're going to intend to keep that updated every 2 weeks so that the data is somewhat fresh. But this is a prototype, so they may not be exactly up to date with Drupal.org until we get that API in place. So that's what we're reading about here in the status message. And also, what we're really looking for here is your feedback and input. So the issue queue is linked right here. And from here, you can go around and just sort of take a stab at what you think is around. So I'm at a 1280 resolution right now. I'll see these cards in kind of a 2-up view. You can search for modules. So if you were looking for, say, token or something kind of in the token ecosystem, you can see anything with token in the title. We do intend to make this a full text search against the real Drupal.org data. But due to our current limitations, we're not using Search API to sort of index that stuff. We're also automatically turning on only modules that are maintained and covered by security policy. We think that that's really the modules that we recommend that people use. But if you really want to comb through everything, then you'll see that you can clear your filters and you can kind of see everything, whether it's covered or not. And then you could switch back to the recommended filters if you need to. You can also change your filters. So maybe you don't care about the maintenance status, you just care about the security policy. So you can change your filters there. You can switch to a list view if you're more interested in that. We're still have an open issue to make these consistent, but one thing about the list view currently is that it will show the active installs. So you can kind of see how it's sorting there. And that is our default sort is project usage. But if you wanted to sort by alpha, alpha reverse, or the date it was created, or the best match, which would, of course, matter when we do full text search here. So we'll get the score from Solr to filter that. What we're really looking for feedback on is kind of the UI, the interface, how we're interacting with these things, and then of course you can also filter by category. So if you're really only interested in field modules, you can start looking for modules that are tagged with field. There's also a lot of work to be done to clean up the Drupal.org data. We have a lot of open issues that are non-code issues that are looking at the text description that shows up, getting a good icon or logo for the module is better than sort of these tiny screenshots. So you can see like Flex Slider and Paragraphs have some good stuff going. Field Group, more of a screenshot. We'd like to get everything, especially our sort of top 100 modules, the first 100 that you're going to see here, to have a logo, have a good description, and have a good categories. So for example, Path Auto doesn't even have any categories. Webform has a couple categories, but it's evaluation, rating, and statistics. So we definitely need people to look at some of those things and evaluate. But that's where it's at right now. We are hoping to get this into core. We're pushing ahead, and we've made some really, really great progress, and we'd love to hear your feedback.